Okay, for all you tree guys who get lowballed by adjusters and you're wondering how do they get these low rates in xactamate, I did a video yesterday. It was a little longer, and we're going to compress it down for a YouTube short. So with Xactamate, I'm the creator of, by the way, Clarity Market. Clarity Market is a database with priority deployment for all the tree guys. So what you would charge for your Bobcat, your Min, your Crane for instant deployment. And what we're going to talk about in this video is the difference from a database and a pricing average perspective of of uh, of understanding pricing, past pricing, and ingesting that data. Here's how Xactimate works. Basically, it takes past pricing and forecast averages all that past pricing up to today to give that adjuster what your crane should cost, or your Bobcat, or your dump truck. Now, the problem is, from what I know, they don't have a toggle that toggles between priority deployment or scheduled deployment. And here's how that plays out. When they say, "Oh, the crane should have been $100 an hour or 200 or whatever it is," they're taking rates, and here's why their system doesn't work. They're taking rates of a crane on rebuild, reconstructing a house, setting trusses, where that job was scheduled a week in advance. And they're saying, well, we paid for that this many times for that same crane. But it's not the same crane, because when we're going, like, as an example, the emergency room, you get an MRI at an emergency room, it's 5 times the cost because the machine is available right then. Well, the problem is they're looking at all of those past rates, and they're saving it, and they're coming up and saying, well, this is how much it should be. But because they don't have that toggle, then they can't know the accurate price when they're comparing priority. That's why on Clarity Market, the only thing you can enter is priority rates. You cannot enter scheduled rates. So that's the difference. I don't know if Xactimate even is possible to use for priority, because they're blending, or they're trying to blend the two different rates. And that simply doesn't work. It's like trying to price emergency MRI with scheduled MRIs. They're two separate, different services. So I hope that clears up the big gap. Guys, if you're not on Clarity Market, you need to get on. It's free to join. It allows you to post your rates publicly, and you can even get comparables as to what other people would have charged for your job once you do the job to demonstrate the rates to the carriers. Y'all take it easy. Bye bye.